Picture northern Michigan in late October 1969, a town where everyone knows everyone, where the scent of pine drifts through the air and the streets of Oscoda roll quiet toward Lake Huron. It's Halloween, and for two teenage girls, it's supposed to be a night of football games, parties, and laughter, but by the end of that day they'll vanish without a trace, and half a century later, no one can say for sure what really happened to them. Pamela Sue Hobley was 15, brown hair, brown eyes, just engaged to a local boy named Jim. Patricia Ann Spencer was 16, taller, quieter, with brown blonde hair and blue eyes. They weren't best friends, but they ran in overlapping circles at Oscoda High. That morning, October 31st, there was confusion at school. Some say a fire drill, others a threat evacuation. Sometime during that chaos, Pam and Patty decided to skip classes. Another girl was supposed to join them, but changed her mind at the last moment, something she's never talked much about since.
Witnesses say the two girls were later seen walking away from school, possibly hitchhiking along River Road. One man claimed he picked them up and dropped them off downtown. That was the last confirmed sighting. The girls never showed up for the football game. They didn't make it to the Halloween party that night. Their purses, IDs, and glasses, things they would have needed if they'd planned to leave, were left behind at home. At first, authorities believed they had run away, but their families knew better. Pam was excited about her engagement and upcoming wedding plans. Patty relied on her glasses and didn't have them with her. There was no note, no money, no goodbye. They were simply gone.
Over the years, rumors have circulated like ghost stories. Some say they were abducted while hitchhiking. Others believe two local men lured them to a party and killed them, burying the bodies near a barn outside Oscoda, a place teens were known to hang out. In 1985, investigators searched the site with cadaver dogs. Nothing was found. In 2013, police quietly admitted they had a person of interest but not enough evidence to bring charges. The FBI's VICAP unit lists both girls as missing. Their DNA and dental records are entered in national databases waiting for a match. Their cases, Patricia Spencer and Pamela Hobley, remain active cold cases more than 50 years old.
Pam's younger sister, Mary, still visits Oscoda every year, hoping for closure.
It's a Halloween night Mary Burley and her sister Betty Hobley will never forget.
When we got home trick-or-treating, my mom knew that Pam hadn't, something was wrong.
They were just 8 and 13 years old when their big sister went missing.
They walked out of that school, they skipped school, and that's the last time they've been seen. You always wonder. You just still wonder.
There was a threat at the high school around that time. Some say they may have left during the threat when they evacuated the building. I get different stories from different people, but then I have to put them all together.
All these years later, the story keeps changing. In fact, just last summer, police got a tip that a man picked them up on his way to work and dropped them off here at the corner of 23 and River Street. Back then, this was a gas station. Now it's the last place the girls were ever seen.
He originally told the police in 1969 that he picked them up and gave them a ride to town. Now, I told him, I said, that's not in the report. And he said, the police questioned me the day after I gave him the ride to town and wanted to know where the girls went.
A cold case that Oscoda Township Police Chief Mark David reopened after new tips made him take a second look.
It's close to home because I've grown up here and I've worked here for 30 years, so we'll get there.
Chief David remembers hearing rumors about the case as a teenager and is now looking into tips that he says were never investigated.
There was information that the girls may have been buried underneath a barn from a note that was left. There was nothing in the original report that said anything was ever done with that, so we went and dug up what was left of the barn out there.
Investigators have brought cadaver dogs out to search, and the chief has followed up on countless interviews, leads, and handwritten notes that were either forgotten, overlooked, or ignored.
If they would have done their job back then, they would have been home.
I'm just trying to follow up on everything that I don't think was followed up on in the original report.
Chief David believes the investigation got a slow start because original investigators thought the girls were runaways.
In '69, drugs and alcohol were the big thing back then.
She did a lot of things that my mom did not like.
But as time went on and when they didn't recontact the parents or didn't contact any of their friends, then something was wrong.
As days turned to weeks, Pam's mom wrote a letter to the community begging for someone to help find her daughter. As months turned to years, she hung on to hope.
She saved her gifts for years. Christmas gifts. She would buy Christmas gifts, just in case she came home.
An age-enhanced photo helps Pam's family see what the girl with piercing eyes and long dark hair might look like today. A possible image of the daughter and sister the family would never see again. Pam's mother wouldn't live to see what happened to her daughter.
I want to solve it for my mom. And to solve it for Pam, too. She, let her know that we didn't give up.
She returns to Oscoda Township every few months to hang flyers as an eerie reminder that the two girls are still missing. Time may have passed, but the mystery of Pam and Patty's disappearance remains. And Mary still believes someone knows what happened that Halloween night.
I'll do this till the day that I die, till she's found.
Mary is the one who gave the case its haunting epitaph. They thought they were invincible. And now they're invisible. Every Halloween, locals say they still think of those girls. The way they walked out of that school on a crisp autumn morning and disappeared into Michigan air. No remains, no arrests, just two names that linger, suspended between rumor and silence. And a question that refuses to fade. What really happened to Pam and Patty that Halloween day in 1969?